Now to the state of Texas. It's once out of the refugee resettlement program. Here's a statement from Governor Greg Abbott. Here's the quote. Despite multiple requests by the state of Texas, the federal government lacks the capability or the will to distinguish the dangerous from the harmless. And Texas will not be an accomplice to such dereliction of duty to the American people. Therefore, Texas will withdraw from the refugee resettlement program. Any comment, Ashley?
Well, I think the best line in the statement is empathy must be balanced with security, and I think that says it all. It's all well and good to extend the goodwill and bring refugees in, but if they're not properly vetted, they have no idea. And as the letter says, we can't distinguish between the terrorists and those who don't want to do harm. And if you know that, then how can you bring people en masse into this country?
Liz, I'm going to make this comment. I still want to know why the refugees coming into America from Syria are 99 point whatever it is Muslim and less than 1% Christian.
It seems that the Christians don't want to go into those refugee camps because they're afraid of being slaughtered. So that's why. But there should be more of an outreach to get those persecuted Christians in. We are a charitable nation. We're an open arms immigration nation. But the FBI director has said there's no database to query to see if these guys or any of these people are terrorists, and that's the issue.
We had a report the other day that there are 300,000 who want to come to America and we don't have their fingerprints.
They don't have. They're criminals, and they're here already, and they're supposed to be deported. So, and by the way, Jeff Sessions, Senator Alabama, says no one from the administration has come to a hearing about this crisis at all. They're just blowing it off. So he's really mad about that.
Look who's here. Texas Republican Congressman Louie Gohmert just arrived on the scene. So what are you doing in Texas? You're saying no to any and all Syrian refugees? Is your heart in that? I know you're a humanitarian. Is your heart in that, Louie Gohmert?
I'm absolutely a humanitarian, and that's why our first job is to preserve and protect those who are within our jurisdiction. And you can't be the shining light on a hill that draws people to you unless you protect the hill. And we have been bringing people in. It appears to be good-natured, but it's like a psychologist once said, you show me a parent who has never said no to their child, and I'll show you a child that grows up to be an incorrigible adult. You know, we have to be the government that protects. And we have heard from the FBI, we can't properly vet these. Yeah, you give us the job, we'll vet them. But when they're coming from Syria, you know, they got access to printing presses. They can do their own passports. We can't check them. And he said at least in Iraq, we had access to all the government records, the criminal records. We knew who people were, and even then we made mistakes. With the Syrians, there is nothing to compare the data that they say is correct to see if it's correct. We don't know who we're letting in, and I can guarantee you when ISIS promises us that they are getting their terrorists in with the other refugees, they are getting their terrorists in. We have an obligation to preserve our country.
Louie Gohmert, right there from Texas. We appreciate you being with us, Louie, as always.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, Stuart.